Guten Tag, Fußballfreunde. I'm the Prince of Macedon, and I decided to do a World Cup blog on every Germany match. As you guys know, or as most of you know, I am a hardcore Germany national Mannschaft football fan. And first, let me clarify something. You're probably wondering why an American such as myself, who doesn't even have German heritage, why does someone like me support the German national football team? Well, let me explain that. When I started playing soccer many years ago, I was watching the Germans play, and I used the Germans to help myself play football better. And my favorite football player of all time was Jurgen Klinsmann. So it just became a natural thing for me to become a hardcore Germany football fan. And I think I started my interest in '94. That's when the World Cup was in the USA, and watching the great German legends like Jurgen Klinsmann play. It was just amazing. Also Rudi Völler. But yeah, that's why I am a hardcore Germany football fan. And I do like the USA too, but if the USA ever fought against Germany at the World Cup, I would probably cheer for Germany. Sorry. But yeah, let's start this video blog. First off, I've been watching the last 3 days of the World Cup. It's been pretty exciting, although I gotta say, I wasn't really a big fan of the France-Uruguay game. That game was very defensive-minded. The Uruguay national team, they wanted to play more defensively, so they put pretty much their entire team at the back line to defend against the French attacks. But when you get to the world stage, you gotta do what you gotta do to win a game, so you can't really judge Uruguay for playing like that. You do what you gotta do. That said, I'm a hardcore Germany football fan, as I said, and I love the way they're playing right now. They are attacking, they're creating chances, and they're playing creatively, and it's just so fun to watch them. I just love it. What can I talk about? Well, let's talk about the match today between Germany and Australia. Wow, that was incredible. I actually predicted 2-0 for Germany before the match started, and as you know, Germany actually won 4-0. I guess I didn't really predict that kind of a scoreline, but then again, I didn't predict that Australia would get a player red-carded in the second half. And when that Australian player, I think his name was Cahill, when he was red-carded, the Germans put up 2 more goals. But prior to that, the Germans already had 2 goals scored by Podolski and Klose, I believe. Let's see. Yes. Podolski scored in the, the 7th minute, and Klose scored in the 26th minute. Those are very great German players. They have Polish background. So yes, that game, it was beautiful. In the first half, Germany was playing in their classical style. That is, they would they would just possess the ball. They would pass the ball back and forth in their back line, you know, between the defenders like Mertesacker and Friedrich and Lahm. And they would just keep it going until the Australians came forward, and when the Australians came forward, the Germans, they would hit them on a counterattack. And it was a very successful strategy. The Germans actually put up 2 goals like that, and they should have had more goals, to be honest, but the finishing was slightly off target, but the fact that you're creating chances is a great thing. And the Australians, they could have scored at least 1 goal in the first half, but their finishing was a little off the mark as well. But in the second half, that's when Germany really turned on the heat, because that's when the Australians lost one of their players, so they're playing 10 men against Germany. That is not a good thing. You don't want to play 10 men against Germany. But, yeah, I guess that brings up the point of the refereeing. I wasn't really a big fan of the calls that were being made by the officials. I just didn't like how they were giving yellow and red cards left and right. I didn't really like that. I mean, if a card is deserved, yes, but some of those calls, I don't think the Australian players and even the German players didn't deserve what they were getting. But whatever, it's soccer. Everyone has to deal with the referees, and that's the same in every sport. So let's move on. My favorite players of the game, I would say Podolski and Klose. Podolski, I love the way he played. Like, he sets up chances and he scores. He's awesome. And the way he plays, it's kind of like Jurgen Klinsmann, the way he played back in the day. And then Miroslav Klose, wow, that guy's awesome. He missed a few shots today, but he redeemed himself by making that header in the the 26th minute. But the way Klose plays, it's hard to explain. It's kind of like Jürgen Klinsmann / Oliver Bierhoff. Oliver Bierhoff was the hero of the Euro '96 tournament for Germany. He also played pretty well in the '98 World Cup, but Bierhoff, he was known for using his head. Like he put the ball in the air, and if Bierhoff was in the area, that was a guaranteed goal for Germany. And I think it's the same for Klose, but not only can Klose score with the head, he can also score with his feet. Yeah, as I said, he did miss some pretty nice opportunities in the first half, but hey, that happens. He's probably just kind of cold-feeted right now. He'll get it later, and he's one of the highest scorers of Germany in the World Cup, and I just love the way he plays. What else can I talk about? Oh, the uniforms, Germany. They're pretty cool. It looks kind of like a retro uniform. It looks kind of like the uniforms that the Germans wore in the I believe the '96 Euro Cup, and that is the cup that they actually won the championship, and that was hosted in England, I think. And so I guess in that respect, I do like the nice classic vintage look of the German jerseys. I still don't have one. I do want to get the home German jersey and the away German jersey. That said, Germany's next game is against, I think, Serbia on Friday, I believe. And I think Germany's got that. Serbia looked really good today when they played against Ghana, but as you know, Ghana actually won that game. But Ghana looked terrible in that game. They could not connect passes. They couldn't control the ball in one-on-one situations. Like, they looked terrible. But I'm so glad. Well, I'm happy that Ghana won, because it was nice to see a small country like Ghana actually win a game in the World Cup. But I really think that Serbia was the better team. But overall, I think Germany is going to advance out of that group first place. As for second place, I'm going to say Serbia advances, even though they've already lost one game. What else? Some of my favorite matches of the World Cup so far. I liked the South Korea-Greece game. I love Greece, as you guys know that, but watching Korea play, man, they were brilliant. Like they were setting up chances, and they were making the most out of the pitch. I liked the USA-England game. Like, it was a tie, but most people expected the USA to get destroyed. I was one of those people. I actually predicted, well, I didn't predict, I was hoping for a draw between England and USA, but I predicted that England would steamroll them, so I was happy on that account. So, yeah, overall, I just want to say I'm very happy with how the Germans played today, and it's good to know that the Germans, they're still playing very creatively, and they're attacking, even without their star, Michael Ballack. I think Jogi Löw has done a great job with the German national football team. And even prior to the World Cup, you saw their game, well, some of us saw their games against Hungary and Bosnia-Herzegovina. They played very well, even without Ballack. So I think Ballack's presence would have been very helpful to Germany, but I think even without Ballack, they can still win their games. And I hope the Germans go far, and I hope they actually win the World Cup. Because I've never watch the Germans win a World Cup. As I said, I started watching the Germans in '94. They actually won in '90, but I started in '94. But yeah, I hope the Germans continue to attack in all their games, and I hope that that they win. And even if they don't win, that's okay. I'll still support Germany. I supported Germany since '94. I watched all their games, all their national games at the Euro and the World Cup. I even supported Germany at the Euro 2000 Cup when they pretty much got destroyed in the first round. But yeah, that's what fans do. You support your teams regardless of how they're playing. And yeah, that's all I want to say about that. And I just want to say I want to see more quality games from every country. And I hope your team is doing well. If not, you got to support them anyways. I'm going to end this video blog with a prediction for the next Germany match, and that's against Serbia. I think Serbia is a very good team, even though they lost against Ghana. I think during that match, you could see that Serbia is very good at passing the ball around and creating chances for their goal scorer. I think Serbia is dangerous enough to score at least one goal against Germany. That said, I think Germany is better overall in every other department in terms of goalkeeping, defense, midfield, and striking. So I'm going to say Germany wins 2-1 against Serbia, and that is my prediction. And I guess I will see you guys in my next video blog. I hope my prediction's right, and I'll see you guys next time. Auf Wiedersehen.